What's up, homestead homies? It's Outer Space with Doug and Stacy. All right, I'm just kidding. Today we're going to collect honey from the hives. It is November 17th, and we are going to take honey from the hives. I mean, it's almost 80 degrees out today, so we have a little bit of an Indian summer. I fell a little bit behind on getting the honey because of the outdoor kitchen. And now I'm going to go out here, I'm going to grab some of these supers, and I'm going to get us some honey to make us through to next year. So here we go. Alright, got my smoker going. Put my other glove on here. And I'm not sure if I'm going to take one super off of each one or two, but I'll just see. I mean, I know they're packed, so I'm just determining what I'm going to do here. Oh, it's packed. Really looks good in there. It's still pretty heavy though. Man, they are really easy going right now. Not really giving me any problems. Here, this box has a little bit of action in it, but not as much as I like to see. I'm the kind of guy that likes to leave them with some honey and let them eat off their natural stuff that they work for instead of trying to rob it all. Almost didn't even need my smoke, huh? Alright, we're going to take this back and we're going to see what's inside. Alright guys, so basically we got a little bit of a bogus setup here. I wasn't prepared like I should have been this year for getting ready to do this. So I'm just kind of winging it. I'm trying to get my knife hot right now so it can just cut this comb off. That's what you want to do. You want to uncap that comb. You could use a fork But a hot knife will just run right across the top. And I'm just going to put all my comb right in here and be able to use it. And then I'll drain whatever honey's in here, I'll drain out and use that as well. See, when you have a hot knife, your knife will just run right across that top of that comb. Flip it, hot knife. Now they sell like hot knives you can buy, but you really don't need to. If you just get a good, decent sized knife, look at that. And I just keep it in the hot water, and it just works like butter. Okay? So I wanted to show you how that worked. And stay tuned to the end of this video because I got something to tell you. So I got my 6 frames inside of here right now, and I'm going to start the extraction here. Like I said, next year I'll be a lot more set up. I didn't have time to get all this done. And I was actually not going to do any honey. And then this 80-degree day popped up. So then I thought, man, I'm going to go ahead and get me some right now. And so I'm kind of rushed. I'm not prepared like I like to be. Alright, I'm on my second batch. Got all my hives in here now. Bees are going crazy outside. Everything's working pretty good. It's starting to drain into my net here. That's a grater. You know, it just like keeps all the bigger particles out, so that way you're just getting the honey in the bucket. And I gotta put 2 more in here because you always have to have all 6 in there, or if you don't, you have to balance them out. So, you know, it started off kind of rough. This is actually the first time I've ever used this thing. I just got it last year. And so, you know, it takes a little bit of getting used to, just like anything. But, you know, it makes it a lot easier to get the honey, that's for sure. So, I got to get 2 more frames out of this box. I'm going to put them in here, and I'll be back in a minute. And I'm sorry, you know, this was a rush deal, so normally I try to make it a little more, you know, showing everything, but the sun's going down, temperatures are going to drop off, tomorrow's going to be a lot cooler. I got to finish this whole other box here and get everything inside, get the honey out of this extractor, into the bucket, into our containers, and so I'm on the go moving. My hands are getting sticky, so I can't mess with the camera on and off, but I'm going to keep you guys going the best I can, and this was just kind of a impromptu deal where the weather jumped up nice, and I decided it was a go for getting the honey out. I finished up the building, which was a main deal. I couldn't even do it in here until I finished that up because of the overhangs were exposed, and this thing back here was exposed, and the overhang there was exposed. So I had to get all that tightened up, and I was able to do it and still catch this warm day. So I'm going to get back at this, and I'll just check back in with you and just keep kind of popping in and out. Man, I'm telling you, it's hard for me to film this for you guys, but I want to do it because I want you to see it. So this is the spinner here. It's just a hand crank deal, but I don't have it set up properly because it should be, you know, normally we bolt it like to a pallet or something. So this is just how it is. I got to kind of lean on it and hold it down. I got some bungee cords on it, and I'm getting it done. And the centrifugal force is spinning the honey out of the frames, hitting the walls of this stainless steel barrel, falling down, and then it goes through a strainer and then into the bucket. And then from there, we'll take it inside and we'll get this all bottled up. Wears you out. And as you can see, I'm fighting the sun. The sun's gonna go down on me. I think that battery's almost dying on the camera. But I'm doing it for you guys. Could have skipped it, but I want you to see it. All right, I'll check back in a minute. All right, guys. This is our second bucket. 3 supers. You saw me take them off the hives. Second bucket. And we got all the frames done now. Oh man, I just love it. Now the one thing you want to be careful of is while you're doing this kind of stuff, you don't want to be taking in all the honey and all the comb and taking bites because you're going to have too much sugar. So I'm going to let this drain out. I'm going to wrap this video up in a second. I'm going to tell you guys what's going on. Thanks for hanging out to the end. It was kind of a crazy video. It was really, you know, not planned or anything. So we're going to let this thing do its thing, and then I'll get back to you guys in a second. Hey guys, that was interesting to say the least. I mean, we had a warm day on November 17, 2016. I was able to get the roof put together and then put all my screen up, which I'm going to show you guys an update on the outdoor kitchen to give you an idea what I'm talking about. But man, it just worked out really good. But I have a funny story for you guys. Especially if you keep bees, you'll get a kick out of this one. But one of our Amish friends, because we started keeping bees, he started keeping bees. So he got a hive and he got his bees. And then that year, you know, it was time to harvest. This was 2 years ago. And he was like, well, when should I do it? I'm like, well, you know, it's getting pretty good. You might as well go ahead and do it now if they're looking good. So he went out and he took the super off and he brought it back to his porch. He has you know, he has his house, and then they have another outbuilding right by it, and there's a picnic table there, and you know, that's where he planned it pretty much on figuring out extraction of the honey. He doesn't have one of these things or anything, but I told him a couple other ways you could extract honey out of there. So he says he brought that thing back and he put it on the picnic bench, and then he had to go do something. So he figured when he got back that he would be able to extract the honey out of the frames. So he goes and then he comes back, and they had took all the honey and wax, and you know, they were working on the wax, but they took all the honey out of the hive and actually took it back to the you know, main body. So that was a pretty funny story. So he was like, man, all that, and I didn't get, you know, hardly any honey out of it at all because they had already robbed it all back, because he was gone for most of the day, and when he got back it was too late. So when you pull those supers off, you know, you want to harvest the honey you know, as quick as you can, obviously. And this actually turned out to be, I was curious how it would work for me, but this room has actually turned out to be good. I'm going to use this, we'll probably use this for the laundry and also honey extraction. I could take the hives, you know, the supers off, bring the frames in here. It's all screened in. They can't get in. There might be a few that make it in on the frames, but overall I was pretty satisfied with the way it turned out. So I got this as a Dadant. It's a hand spinner, no electricity, anything. Basically, like I said earlier, it's just the spinning of the frames in there. It holds 6 frames, and because of the centrifugal force, it splashes the honey on the sides of the stainless steel jar, and then it moves down, and then as it fills up, there's an outlet on the bottom where you saw the honey coming out, and that's where you dispense it from. The only thing that I think, personally in my opinion, is that they should put the drains on the bottom and figure out a way to do that. Because what happens is, you know, they have that drain a little up off of the bottom, like this much, because they can't do it right at the bottom. And what happens is, you miss out on getting that honey in there. I mean, it's a big pain to get in there, and you can't really take the frames, you know, or the holders off of here. Here, let me show you what's inside of here real quick. Alright, so this is the inside, right? You can see there's a little honey wasted down there. I still have to wash it off with some hot water. And then these things right here, this and this, those are the frame holders. So you slide your frames down into here, and they stay in between these brackets. There's 2 in each, like, triangle area. And as you spin it, that's what moves the frames around, and then the honey splashes on the sides and then falls down to the bottom and then comes out of the drain. Alright, so that pretty much concludes this video. I want you guys to do me a favor. I want you to go, I'm going to leave a video on the end clip, and I want you to click it and go check it out. It's just one of our subscribers made a little shout out video, and I just want you guys to go show it some love, and you know, you probably get a laugh out of it. We did. And you know, just go check that out, and then otherwise we'll see you guys on the next episode. This is Off Good with Doug and Stacy, and I'm Doug. Alright guys, I almost forgot. I'm going to drop this at the end of this video. I almost forgot to tell you guys. What we're going to do is we're also going to give away a small container of beeswax, with honey in it, okay? And I don't know if you guys know this or not, but beeswax is highly, highly, highly beneficial for you. You just take a little piece off and you just chew on it and eat it, and it's great for a little snack, but it's just loaded with your vitamins and minerals and stuff that you need, and so it's really a good thing. I think it's totally underutilized. Everyone likes the honey, but to have a little beeswax in a container with honey on it, it's a great little snack, and it's so good for you. So I'm going to give one away to one of you guys, and what I want you to do is that end clip that I told you about just a second ago, you have to go watch that video and then leave a comment and say, I'm a homestead homie. And then I'm going to, let's see, on the 22nd, I'm going to pick randomly one of you guys who left a comment there, and I'm going to ship that out to you on us. So go check that out. I'm a homestead homie in the comments on the linked video at the end of this video, and we'll send you guys a little bit of our beeswax and honey. All right, now you can leave.